Hispanic Heritage Month. We're sharing stories from across the country, and today we're sharing one here on the Gulf Coast. Music is a universal language that's on display every time the Mobile Symphony Orchestra takes the stage. Some members are from Mexico, Brazil, Cuba, and other Hispanic nations. WKRG News 5's Akivia McFarland shares how those instructors are shaping the next generation of musicians.
Making a difference in the lives of young musicians along the Gulf Coast, one harmony at a time. That's the goal of Mobile Symphony Orchestra instructors, many of whom are of Hispanic descent.
We have teachers from Peru, from Cuba, from Colombia, from Venezuela, from Mexico, from Brazil.
Daniela Pardo is the Director of Education and a string instructor. She plays the viola and enjoys adding Venezuelan folk songs and other parts of her culture to her lessons.
Rhythms is very important. There are certain rhythms, like we call it like a quintuple, when you have to put 5 notes in one beat. There's a famous city, Barquisimeto, that has 5 syllables, and that's how I teach, when it's 5 beats.
Fellow string instructor and cellist Andrea Batran is from Peru. A piece of her joy in being a music educator is getting young musicians started.
Part of my duties is to put instruments in children's hands, which is great because then we can get to see the evolution of their journey in music, and it's really rewarding.
The Mobile Symphony Orchestra's goal for music education is about more than fostering young talent. Pardo says some of her leadership is inspired by a social music initiative called El Sistema. Its aim is to give young people a positive escape and plant seeds for future generations.
The government actually funds most of it and helps thousands, and I am not exaggerating, thousands of kids to get better at music and to kind of use music as an outlet. Instead of being in the streets or in a gang, they are actually in a music school, learning and then teaching.
The orchestra partners with 25 schools in Mobile and Baldwin counties and gives lessons over a course of 6 months during the school year.
Every year I put a different group together to go to the schools, and one year we played just Latin music. So I did a selection of Argentinian tangos and music from my country and Cuban song, and it was fun. And guess what? It sounded great because it was performed by Hispanic players here in South Alabama.
Pardo says the orchestra also helps kids get scholarships and instruments, assisting however they can, all while
Bringing the best out of any scenario, just looking into colorful side of things and just have a good attitude in general with a little extra flavor in the food.
Reporting in Mobile with photojournalist Dan Kettinger, Akivia McFarland, WKRG News 5.